Hey guys, welcome to the Let's Talk Paralegal podcast and our bonus episodes of the 2023 Limitless Paralegal event taking place in Fort Lauderdale, Florida on October 21st. I am bringing you yet another speaker, amazing, personally, professionally. We met, I feel like years ago. I feel like I've met her years ago, but it hasn't even been a year. And I'm completely captivated by her energy. And I'm so, so humble that she accepted my invitation to join us at the 2023 Limitless Paralegal event. Without further ado, Melissa, welcome. How are you?
Hi, Etta. Hi, everybody. I'm so excited to be here and, having the opportunity to have the career that I had and to be in a position now with you and with others to show paralegals another career path through technology. It means everything to me in my career to be able to, hand that forward and pass that back and raise up the other generations.
Absolutely. Tell the audience a little bit because your story is super intriguing and has very different elements and colors, but tell them what brought you to what you do today, basically.
Sure. So I've been in law for 28 years. I was a litigation paralegal for 11. I have my paralegal degree, and then I went back to school and finished a degree in communication management with a minor in marketing. And I had 3 interviews after that when I finished that undergrad. And I really thought that now that I had a degree, I would get out of law because I didn't see any career paths. I didn't see any growth paths. And 2 of the jobs obviously didn't work out. And the one that did was selling court reporting, video, and trial services for a company that was nationwide. And I remember when I realizing that this was the path, sitting in my car in a parking lot, looking up at the heavens and having a conversation with God. You really do have a sense of humor. You're not letting me out of here, are you? So that's where my career, the first pivot that I took in my career. And I went into sales for a legal technology company. And then we were acquired in about a year after I'd started working there by a fintech company who also acquired an e-discovery company at the same time. And so I was brought in a room. They did regional sales meetings after these acquisitions. And I was brought in a room with probably 20 or 30 other sales colleagues regionally. And we were basically told to learn how to sell everything: fintech, e-discovery, court reporting, video, trial. And even with my limited sales experience, I knew that probably didn't make a whole lot of sense. But I very quickly learned how to network internally with my teammates who did specialize in those areas, and I specialize in mine. So very quickly, I learned how to network internally and work with my team internally. And then that obviously perpetuated itself in business opportunities for all of us. And I've kept a lot of those relationships since then as a result of that. And then a few years later, e-discovery, and became a thing. The federal laws were changed, state laws started changing. And because I was in Alabama, no one really was coming to Alabama to provide education on e-discovery or to provide resources other than the company I worked for. And so I got together with some lawyers and judges, and we created our own e-discovery CLE group. We called it the ESI Roundtable, and we started doing e-discovery CLEs in Birmingham. And then in 2012, my mother was diagnosed with a terminal condition. And so I needed to make another career pivot. And that's when I got into entrepreneurship. I chose that path because it would allow me to have flexibility to be with her and facilitate her caregiving needs, but also try to earn an income. But what we didn't see coming was me being diagnosed with my own very critical health issues at the same time. I was diagnosed with fibroid tumors and breast cancer during the same 2 years that my mom was fighting a losing battle with Parkinson's and heart disease. And so that from 2012 to 2016 was just a combination of entrepreneurship, critical health issues, my mom's terminal condition, her passing. And really by 2016, just kind of hit the wall and had to take a step back. And then worked full time for a fintech company completely outside of legal. But they wanted to get in front of legal. Like, it's just God, y'all, God's real. And he's got a sense of humor. She's got a sense of humor. Right. And she wants girls in positions of power. Right. So she's like, I understand you're frustrated, but I'm not letting you out of this. Right. So I did that for about a year. And then in 2019, I just saw the writing on the wall. And I finally gave into it, and I filed my LLC for RPC Strategies. and began to provide marketing and sales consulting services to legal tech vendors and law firms. So that's where we are now. And right before we jumped into recording, you already know my list of accolades, and I've been published for a while. And I just found out about 2 hours ago that I was also just made the list for women in legal tech who should be speakers in artificial intelligence. So I made the list. And apparently somebody's running a list of trying to create a list of top 100. So, but I just found out I made the list of women in legal tech. So.
Oh yeah, and you'll make every other list. I have every faith. I always say that, and we had a conversation about this at a personal level when I was going through my, we all go through up and downs as entrepreneurs, and luckily Melissa and I kind of lean in on each other. And so at my pivotal moment where I realized that there was a company that was trying to basically replicate what I do and utilizing every single exact word of mine, you said something to me that I'll never forget. And I don't know if I even told you this off camera, but you told me that it doesn't matter. There could be plenty of people trying to copy you, but there's only one you, and nobody can do it like you do. And I feel like that is the epiphany of why I created the Limitless Paralegal event, right? Because I want others to have that as well. I want them to have that confidence and overcome. And, every time I see a phoenix, or every time I see, some meme or something on social media with a phoenix on it, it reminds me of you, because I feel like you truly live that, right? And your life has really been a representation of the phoenix, which is why I'm assuming you use it as well on your marketing and brand, just in general, because I feel like you truly are a phoenix. And sometimes I feel like a lot of people don't understand that. Now, I met you through I believe it was I don't know if it was an article. Was it an article that we did, or
it was Lawrina? It was a legal tech startup out of the Ukraine, right, who had nominated, I think, about 11 or 12 women in legal as influencers for March, which is Women's History Month. And we both made that list because we produce a lot of content and provide resources to perpetuate women in our career. And then we didn't know it at that time, but then we got put together on Sheila Grela's San Diego Paralegals Association panel. And that's when we found out we only lived 45 minutes from each other. So the idea that this amazing startup in the Ukraine, who's making quite the name for themselves, could facilitate, they're halfway across the world, and that they could facilitate putting someone like you and me together. And then, like you said, like when we did finally have our Friday power lunch, I felt the same way. I felt like, oh my God, I've known this person for half of my life. Like I just, my sister from another mister, no question.
That's right. That's right. Yeah. So, and that all goes into networking and LinkedIn and everything that we're really going to talk about. Like, I guess that we should talk a little bit about what you're going to be bringing to the table at the Limitless event, right? Because LinkedIn, I know for me personally, has been, sent to me as well. It has been the heartbeat of my company as far as creating really good, strong leads for the company, as far as creating connections and networking and collaborations. I mean, I've been able to reach, companies that honestly, I don't think any other way I would have been able to reach, or it would have taken me a long time through the email campaigns and through the other marketing tools to really get that person, right? Because as I was talking to Bianca not shortly after or before this, when you network, you have to make it personable, right? You have to really make that connection with the audience in order for them to trust you. And I feel like LinkedIn provides that space for you. And that's really what you're going to be doing, a very hands-on, like you said, bring your laptops and bring everything. That's what really you're going to bring to the Limitless Paralegal event. So without taking, don't give them all the good stuff, but just give them an idea of what to expect.
Sure. And you're right. So LinkedIn is worldwide known as a B2B platform specifically for professional networking. It's not for personal social events like Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or any of those others. And especially during the pandemic, that is absolutely what held the business world together, was LinkedIn. And because of the pandemic, it became cool to become personal, become human within your profession, right? And people, and this has been coming for a while, and LinkedIn certainly facilitates that. But again, because of the pandemic, we we finally got permission to be human, to be real, and to kind of break some of those stereotypes or those structures of what it looks to be a lawyer or a paralegal or a litigation support, manager, or any other role within the law firm is so structured. And this was the only way we could get through it together. We had to get through this together. So, and I've done lots of training on LinkedIn. And so some of the things that we'll cover is we'll touch a little bit on security settings, or I may just provide a video. I don't want to take too much time on that, but you have a lot of control over the security settings over, what is shown about you. If you're looking through things, if somebody could actually see your profile, what parts of your profile they can see, or like advertising. So with paid ads, if you end up matching the filters that somebody's setting up for an ad, then maybe that's why you're going to start seeing ads, and you've got the ability to change that. But really what I want to focus on is how to build your personal brand and your profile. And that's going to be done through how you set your profile up, how you set your headline up, your headshot. You want it to be professional. The banner behind your personal LinkedIn profile. You have a short amount of space called the headline where you can put in what you're known for. And I like to tell people, don't just put an attorney or paralegal, like what is it you specialize in, right? Use that space for that. But then also we're going to talk about how to create content. So LinkedIn's a great tool, especially if you don't have a website to create your own content, but you're a good writer and you want to put content out. It's absolutely the best place for you to post your own blog articles. And we'll talk about making sure the images are right, and what the construct of your article should be, your intro, your body, the closing, creating links back and forth to things, how to post on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn doesn't really like for you to provide links that take people off of their platform, just like any other social media. But there's a way to create your own content and post it, and then provide external links, maybe through the comments. So what I'm really going to focus on is how to brand yourself and create content. And that helps you to be seen as a thought leader, as a subject matter expert, and then really how to leverage that through networking, through the engagements that you're getting through the kind of content that you're posting, but also engaging with other people's content and making sure that it's things, what you're posting and what you're engaging with are really things that are important to the audience you really want to connect with, that can help you perpetuate your career.
I love that. I love everything about that. In the newsletter option, I loved when that option came out. And then once you get to a certain level, LinkedIn will actually ask you to send your thoughts on other articles as well, and put your thought leadership in other articles where it can be seen in other in other people's followings and profiles that probably you don't even know about. And you can pick categories and stuff like that. The possibilities on LinkedIn are endless, and LinkedIn's not going anywhere anytime soon because it's only growing, and every professional that's trying to grow their, whatever it is, their career, their business, their personal brand, whatever you're trying to accomplish as far as creating the foundation of your I guess your dream, is on LinkedIn, and they know that. They know the importance of it, which is why we dedicated a whole section of the Limitless Paralegals, because I know personally it worked for me. I can be a sole believer on LinkedIn, and half of the people I have on my podcast, I find through LinkedIn. They pin me or they send me messages, and and it's I don't know. I don't want to say safer, but it's highly likely that the people that are reaching out to you are real people. You know what I mean?
Professional. Yeah. It's, and we'll talk about written content creation too, but also like short form video, pictures of being at events. So like when we're at the Limitless Paralegals event, I want everybody to take pictures of the speakers, take pictures of you networking with your colleagues, because you want to post that, and how to use hashtags correctly. Videos, I'll show you how to do that. So I know we're going to have a short amount of time, I think about 20 minutes, but I'm going, bring your laptops, be prepared, because I'm going to teach you a little bit about how to create your own content, written form, We'll do a little bit of video. We'll do pictures. I'm certainly available to help you and be a part of your picture or your video. But I'm going to teach you how to really brand yourself and really rise as a thought leader and leverage the power of LinkedIn for your
Yeah.
career and your network.
I love it. I love everything you do. I love you. You're just an amazing person in general, but you're definitely like every time I see you at a professional setting versus a personal, it's not that you're different, is that I feel like you glow more. Like you're just more elevated. You're always in your element, and I hope that people can actually grasp that energy from you because it's so needed in the legal industry. We get burnt out, stressed, and anxious so often. We're always chasing deadlines. We're always, living off our calendars. So it'll be nice to see like a nice little fresh start, and a more like uppity up energy at the Limitless Paralegals event. So thank you so much for taking your time to sit down and talk to me and also be at the event. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm really excited.
I'm excited. I'm so happy to be in a place in my career where I can help pay it forward and help other careers advance their careers through technology.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much. That's it for this episode. And until next time, bye, guys.
Bye.